Welcome everybody for a 1 hour Yin and Yoga Nidra practice. If you would like to play some music for this class and you are on Spotify, you can follow me. My name on there is Tamara YVR, and I have plenty of playlists that are really nice for Yin or any yoga practice. Also, just so you know, this class will be uploaded to my YouTube channel right after this class finishes live. So feel free to practice anytime or share the links to anybody you know that might not be on Facebook. And this evening we will focus on restoring. So a lot of poses laying down, either on the belly or on the back, where there's a lot of softness to the front and back line of the body. So to really let the heart relax tonight. And I will draw an intention card from this beautiful deck, which I always like to refer to. We can use that to enrich our practice a little bit this evening. Perfect. The word is tranquility. A quiet place of awareness within that is always accessible no matter what the circumstances. A gentle, conscious breath can take you to this inner retreat and will reduce the noise of general life in an instant. And those of you that have practiced with me before, you know that I often talk about the connection of the breath to the parasympathetic nervous system, and that we don't take deep breaths consciously. We need to be thinking about taking that deep breath and make an effort for the inhalation to be really long and deep and the exhalation to be long and deep. But there's a real benefit to making that effort, because the moment that you initiate that breath until the end, it's like resetting your nervous system and moving into the parasympathetic mode. So I hope tonight you take a lot of long, deep breaths and remind yourself that it's okay to relax even in times of difficulty and tension, that we really need that actually. We have enough stimulation right now promoting the stress response. We need to ramp up our ability to promote the relaxation response to bring it back into balance. So let's be tranquil tonight. Put this card up here. A little reminder. All right, so tonight, if you don't have blocks or bolsters or pillows for your practice, don't worry. You can make do with whatever you have in your house. Most of this came off of my couch. I do have a couple yoga blocks, but you can use books instead, or kind of firm boxes. I found even like any kind of harder packaging works really well too. So feel free to be creative in your own home. And I'm sure by now you've come up with many things to support your practice. Because tonight we will start in Advasana, which is reverse corpse pose. So it's really advantageous if you can find a couple of blocks or a firm surface, and the firm surface will go right underneath your shoulders as we lie down onto our belly. If you've done this before and you know that you can turn the blocks up a notch, feel free to do that, or you can keep them down on the first setting. Make your way down onto your belly. And in this posture, we really allow the front line of the body to be supported and held by the earth below us. So soften in, make your way down slowly, get onto the abdomen, and set the blocks up. Just sometimes when you go for a massage, they put little air pillows under your shoulders. So set them up there, and then release your arms beside your body, back of your hands down, your palms are facing up. And if you like, you can put a little soft cushion right under your forehead, but let there be a little space for your nose. And let the inner lines of your feet relax. So maybe your toes, big toes are pointing inward, your heels are slightly outward. Whatever feels good for your legs, you might want to even spread them further apart or bring them close together. Wiggle your hips around a few times to relax in the abdomen, and then soften in. There are a few things that I really like about this posture, Advasana. Now, one is that it stimulates the Ajna chakra, the third eye, which is our intuition, our inner knowing. And there aren't a lot of postures that stimulate this area where we put like direct pressure right there on the forehead. So maybe even give your head a little nod side to side to take out any tension that might be there, and take a big breath in, and then see if you can soften even more there in the third eye. And then as you're here relaxing into this posture, find an intention for your practice tonight. It may be the word tranquility, as we started with. Could be something else that you're thinking about. Maybe an area of your life that you would like to restore through this practice. And I've been encouraging people lately, because we're in this kind of need to support one another so much, to come up with a collective intention. So something for the greater good. Maybe tranquility would be a good one. And then finally, please offer this class as a dedication, maybe to someone or something or somewhere that you know of that needs a little extra tranquility in their life. And while you're here softening in, I'm going to read you a small passage from the Untethered Soul. And this really has to do, I think, a lot with the heart chakra, but also our intuition, our inner knowing, our intuitive sense. Just keep opening and not closing. Wait until you see what happens to you. You can even affect the health of your body with your energy flow. When you start to feel the tendency of an illness coming on, you just relax and open. When you open, you bring more energy into the system, and it can heal. Energy can heal, and that's why love can heal. As you explore your inner energy, a whole world of discovery opens up to you. And there's a lot of stillness in this practice, this yin practice we hold for time. So use that time as a space for inner discovery. And please count yourself off about 20 more deep breaths here in Advasana, and I'll join you back in the posture. See if you can release just a little bit more. Let the shoulders soften. Let the forehead relax. Let the whole front line of your body feel supported. Taking about 5 to 6 more deep breaths, depending where you are. You might take a little bit longer time or shorter time to take those breaths. Take one more last breath together here. Big inhale through your nose. A full sigh out your mouth. Take a moment to push the blocks just off to the right and left. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up onto your hands and knees. And back into Balasana Child Pose. Let your arms extend forward. Reach for the top corners of your mat. Take a breath in as you reach with your finger pads. Maybe lift the arm bones up and relax the forehead down again. Ajna chakra, that inner knowing, that sense that we can heal ourselves through this energy that we create in our body. We'll take a few breaths with our hands over to the right side. So walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, maybe even off your mat. Pull your hips back to the left. Feel free to relax the arms or maybe lengthen them depending how you feel, but most importantly to get that beautiful side body stretch in the left side. Relax your forehead down if you can. Take 5 deep breaths here. Last deep inhale and a full exhale. Slowly, gently walk yourself over to the left side of your mat with your hands, maybe off your mat. You can relax your arms or keep them stretching a little bit more, it's up to you. But pull your hips to the right side, so get that nice long side body stretch in the right side. Let your forehead relax down. Take a deep inhale breath and a nice long exhale. And take 5 more deep breaths here. Last deep inhale and a long exhale. And bring your hands back to center. Just a few more breaths here in Balasana. You can bring your arms beside you, palms facing up, forehead down. Feel that roundness of the back body. So it's almost like a tortoise shell. It's encompassing your front body, so your heart is protected. Your back is smooth when you breathe in. There's a real softening of the shoulders over the thighs when you breathe out. Together here, we'll take 3 sounds of Om, focusing on the sound of the Om especially. Like the Brahmari breath is a way again to signal the nervous system to move into that parasympathetic state, or that resting, digesting, and relaxing state. So make as much sound as you can. Let the sound be long, especially at the end. Take a deep, clearing breath in through your nose. Big sigh out your mouth. Exhale. In child pose, 3 Oms. Deep breath in. Om. Again, inhale. Om. Last one, inhale. Allow that reverberation through your tortoise shell of a body, that big opening in the back line and that softening in the front line. Let it sink in. And remembering at any time in this practice, if you don't find yourself feeling like you're in a shape that is supporting you, can always find an alternative shape. And Balasana, the child pose, is always a really nice one to come to if you need. Slowly bring your hands under your shoulders. Push yourself up into a tabletop position. You can stretch out one leg at a time behind you, pressing up through your heel. And then we'll make our way back down onto the belly. So lower yourself all the way back down, and we'll come into half frog pose. So we'll start with the left leg out to the left, and I'll just show you with my right leg, and then I'll switch just so you can see better. The right knee comes out in line with the hip. The ankle is directly underneath the knee, and the foot is flexed, so making a zigzag shape with your leg, nice 90-degree angles. And you're welcome to place palms under your forehead, forehead down. If you'd rather make a cactus shape with your arms, or a T shape, and turn your head to one side, you can. Totally up to you. And again, this belly line position really helps to relax the front line of the body and also soften the back line. So decide which variations of the forehead are good for you, the arms, maybe might even feel good to extend your right arm out to the right, cactus your left arm and look to the left. So just experiment a little bit. For some people, they might want to thread their right arm underneath the left arm, maybe get a little block or a cushion for your head. So you add in an extra twist here. And wherever you decide to be, focus on the tranquility of your breath. How can you become more tranquil? Is there any place in your body that you might be holding extra tension and you can bring the quality of your breath there? Encourage yourself to relax even more. About halfway through the hold, so if you'd like to switch the position of your head, you can, or your arms, just to try something different. Just remember that for the other side as well. Please count off about 8 more deep breaths wherever you are. Feel free to sigh out your mouth or take the Brahmari breath, that humming sound, that sound of the Om. Last few breaths here in this shape. Take a big inhale through your nose. Sigh out your mouth. And as you're ready, slide your left leg to meet your right. Keep your forehead straight down. Stay still for just a couple of breaths. Notice the difference between the right and left side, especially in the hip and pelvic area. If it feels good, you can bend your knees, windshield wiper your feet side to side. Back through center, release the tops of your feet down, slide your forearms under, parallel with each other, so your elbows are under your shoulders. Spread your palms wide and pull the heart through. Little Sphinx pose, just to let the belly stretch here. little transition before we go to the other side of half frog. Beautiful, and then release back down, and this time the right knee will come out to the right. The right ankle is underneath the knee, the foot is flexed, so it's very active. You're actively pressing the outer hip down so that the inner line of the right thigh can relax. Forehead can be down again, or any variation that you took before, and I'll let you know when it's about halfway through. So if you've turned your head to one side, you can switch. And it might feel good, as I said before, for that twist of thread, this time the left arm underneath the right arm. Maybe bring a block or a pillow for your left temple. The right arm can be relaxed, extended, or maybe onto your hip. Onto your hip. You choose what works for you. Come back to your breath, your deep, equanimous, smooth inhale and exhale. Have a goal of making each breath more tranquil than the last. See if you can follow the movement of your inhalation into your body. Completely filling up with air right to the top, right to the crown of the head. As you exhale, follow that smooth release of air as the diaphragm pushes up, all the way up. All the air from your lungs released, and maybe even find that beautiful, tranquil pause at the top, the kambaka, that space between the breaths. Before again you fill completely up to the top. And it's just about halfway through this hold, so if you'd like to switch the position of your arms or your head, maybe turning to the other side or the orientation of your arms, adjust yourself as you like, as you need. See if you can count yourself about 6 more deep breaths here. Feel free to use that sigh on the mouth, the Brahmari breath, or even the sound of Om to help you relax even more. Last couple of breaths. Deep inhale. Another one. Inhale. And exhale. As you're ready, Release your right leg back to meet your left. Lay completely onto your belly, forehead down. Find stillness for a few breaths and observe your body. Lift up your feet and take your knees as wide as you can, big toes touching. And again, the palms will come onto the mat, but now underneath your shoulders, beside your chest. Tuck your elbows back. Draw the belly in, so lift the abdomen away from the mat on your inhale. Push up away from the floor and back toward Balasana Child Pose, forehead down. Hips to your heels. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now press into your hands, pull yourself back again, lift your toes up as you roll down onto your belly, forehead down. Take a breath in and a breath out. One more breath in and breath out. And last time to push back, push into your hands, come back to Balasana Child Pose. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. And bring your hands together like you're clapping. Bend your elbows and bring your thumbs to the nape of your neck and let your forehead relax down. If it feels good, you can slide your elbows further forward or maybe even bring blocks underneath your elbows. Let's take about 5 deep breaths here. Variation of Anahatasana. Reaching your elbows forward, melting your heart down. Take one last round of breath. You have the blocks, you can release them. Extend your arms, and we'll pull up to a tabletop position. And just a few slow, tranquil rounds of cat and cow here. Your inhale lifts your tail, your tummy down, chest up. As you exhale, you can untuck your toes, round the spine, even pull back toward the heels and tent your fingertips. Bring your chin right to your chest. Come back again for the inhale breath. And exhale breath, round the spine. Come back through tabletop, and this time you'll have an option for either sleeping swan or deer pose. And we'll start with the left knee first. So left knee will come between the thumbs, and you can sit down onto your left hip. In deer pose, the right will come behind the left foot. If you want to come for sleeping swan, use your hands to assist you. Extend your right leg back, tuck your toes, and slide the skin of your right knee further back. And just take a moment here to sit onto your hips. So you'll stay upright for deer pose or upright for sleeping swan. And then when you're ready, you can fold down to any degree that you like. Feel free to use a bolster in front of you. I've demonstrated this a lot with my super deluxe couch cushion here. For deer pose, you can put the cushion in front and lay over top. For myself, I really like the twist of it, so you can put the cushion on the outer edge of the left knee and twist over to the left. And for sleeping swan, you can extend that leg back behind you and align the cushion with your left shin bone and then relax over it. So choose your own adventure here with this hip opener. Your gaze can be any direction that you like, forehead straight down or right or left. In this situation, turning the head to the left will probably be a little bit more intense of a stretch. So if your neck is sensitive, look to the right or support your forehead and straight down with the gaze. Allow the pelvis and the hips here to surrender. Let any heaviness or tightness that you're feeling be sifted away with your breath. And if you have chosen deer pose and you feel like you can go a little deeper, then you can always slide that right leg back. I took a yoga practice this morning, and the teacher said, relax the middle of your heart. And I really like that idea of where's the middle of the middle, the very center of your heart. So find that place, breathe into it, and relax the middle of your heart. I'm sure there is not a more tranquil place to be than that place, the middle of your heart. As I read to you from The Untethered Soul, we know that energy heals because our heart energy can heal, love can heal. So tap into that. It must be there, the source of it all, in the middle of your heart. See if you can count yourself 6 more releasing, tranquil breaths. Last couple breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And we'll push ourselves up to sit onto our left hip. So take your time. If you're in deer pose, sit yourself up. Slide your right knee in if you were in sleeping swan. And then extend both legs out in front of you. Give your legs a good shake. Before we go to the other side, we will take cat pose, which is a fold. Feel free to sit up onto a cushion or a block, especially if you have tight hamstrings, or maybe even take a rolled blanket and put it underneath your knees. It's a really nice softness there. And feel free to lie on top of a cushion. I have so much fun with this. A cushion or a bolster, any way that you like. And I don't have a bolster here, so this isn't as firm as a bolster, but it still kind of works the same. You can put it anywhere on your shins and give it a little bend in the middle and use it as a spring for your head. And so however you like to be, get yourself into a position, take a big breath in, and then fold forward, caterpillar pose. don't need props. If you don't want to use them, it's totally fine. The idea here in this posture is to relax the back line of the body. Allow the heart to be protected as you round over the thighs. Back of the heart stretching and releasing. The back line of the body helps us to think about our past, so releasing the past here from the past. Release anything that you might have been carrying from your past into the future, into this present moment that's making you feel heavy, sense of unrest. Any dis-ease, discomfort. And as you let those things go, notice the wave of tranquility, that wave of relaxation, that wave of surrender that comes. Find that connection back to your breath, to your intentions and your dedication. And give yourself this space to connect deeply inward. As we hold for time, maybe you can soften down. It's really nice to have the palms facing up, a gesture of surrender. So try that wherever your arms are, if you can face your palms up. Allow your chin to come in toward the chest. The back of the neck is long. No tension there. See if you can follow the trail of your breath inward, traveling all the way down the spine to the tip of your toes, and as you exhale all the way back up, out of the crown of your head. And as you do, there might be a lengthening in the back of your thighs, a release in the hips, maybe a softening through the spine, a surrender of the top of the head to allow you to work a little bit more deeply toward your edge. For the last 5 breaths, sigh out your mouth with each exhale. That conscious awareness will help you to relax. Last big breath here. Deep inhale and exhale. Slowly start to roll yourself up. Take your time. Lean back into your hands, fingertips pointing toward your hips. Bend your knees. Bring your feet onto the mat. A little reverse tabletop here. Lift the hips. You don't even need to lift the hips if you don't want. You can press your chest forward. The hips are lifting. Try to make the front line of your body parallel. Maybe let the head drop back. Just hold for a few breaths. Hips can be down. When you're ready, you'll push yourself up. We'll swing our feet to the left side this time to bring our right knee forward between our thumbs. Our left knee can start behind our right foot for another deer pose or sleeping swan. Bring your hands forward, slide your left leg back behind you, tuck your toes and see if you can slide the skin of your left knee further back. And then relax the top of your foot and just stay upright in either of the positions for now as you lengthen the front line of your body. So try to create some space. You can decide if you want to use a bolster or a pillow for deer pose. You might bring it on the inside and lay forward. Maybe you bring it on the outside of your right knee and you twist a little bit to the right, and you can choose which direction you'd like your head to go depending on the openness of your neck at this time. For sleeping swan, you might want that bolster or pillow on the inside of your right chin and then lay down. And as you're here, I'm going to read you a little bit more from this book, The Untethered Soul. The more you stay open, the more the energy flow can build. At some point, so much energy comes into you that it starts flowing out of you. As you feel it as waves pouring off of you. You can actually feel it flowing off of your hands, out of your heart, and through other energy centers. All of these energy centers open, and a tremendous amount of energy starts flowing out of you. What is more, the energy affects other people. People can pick up on your energy, and you're feeding them with this flow. If you are willing to open even more, it never stops. You become a source of light for all those around you. That's one of the great gifts of yoga, is that it doesn't really matter what yoga practice you do. It could be a yin class, a power yoga class, a meditation. It creates energy, and beautiful positive energy that we can use to make the world around us a better place. And I hope that through me sharing this practice with you and you being out in the world, whether it's virtual or whatever it is that you're doing these days, even through isolation, the way that we're supporting one another, it's been so amazing, the incredible, generous ways that people are reaching out right now. It's like we're all these beacons of light. So let that be your inspiration to keep this practice going, no matter what situation you're facing in your life these days. Just have about halfway more in the hold here. See if you can surrender those hips just a little bit more. Come back to your intention, your dedication. Stay with the breath. Watch that breath go all the way in. And watch that breath go all the way out. And tranquility comes from staying present here in this moment. And there's nothing to react to. Everything is what it is. There's no good or bad or light or dark. It's just being. Every time you breathe, it's a reminder of that, to just be. Please take 6 more deep breaths here. We'll finish this posture. We'll have one more pose on our back, and then I will lead you through Yoga Nidra, and you can take Yoga Nidra and Shavasana as long as you like tonight. Or whenever it is that you're doing this practice, maybe you're saving it for the daytime if you're not watching with me live. Thank you for that though, whenever it is you are practicing. Last couple of breaths. Deep inhale. Nice long exhale, silent your mouth. One more inhale and exhale. As you're ready, roll to your right side. Push yourself up if you're in deer pose. Get your legs out in front of you. Give them a little bit of a movement side to side or up and down. And have a block with you as we make our way down onto our back, but also have what you need to set yourself up for Shavasana. So you might want to have your bolster, you might want to have pillows or blankets. So just have that stuff kind of nearby. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat. Gently support yourself to come down onto your back. And with your feet underneath your knees, make sure you can tickle your heels close in and close to your bum, close to each other and close to your bum. Lift your hips up and slide a block or any kind of support underneath your hips for a supported bridge pose. You can let your arms be open, palms facing up, or maybe place the palms onto the belly. Or maybe you'd like to take a cactus arm with your cactus arms with both of your elbows in line with your shoulders, fingertips pointing back behind, or even holding opposite elbows over your head. So up to you. The block underneath your sacrum can be on any setting. Just make sure that you're not sinking down. So you want the block to be right underneath the lowest part of your spine. So there's a lifting of the back, and then the head is slightly below the heart. So this is a very mild inversion. And if your arms are in the cactus shape, you might notice there's a bit more lifting of the heart, which is really nice, pushing the lungs up. And back bends activate the lower back and the mid back, but especially in the lower back, the adrenal glands that are just around the kidney area are being stimulated here, and it's our adrenal glands that are affected when we respond to stress. We release adrenaline and cortisol, and we can reverse the effects of that stress response by simply breathing, finding that tranquil, deep breath. Continue here in supported bridge pose. See if you can count yourself for 12 more deep breaths. Make them as long and deep and tranquil as you can. Last couple of breaths, everyone. Inhale through your nose. Sigh out your mouth. One more like that. Inhale through your nose. Sigh out your mouth. And slowly start to make your way out of the posture by pressing into your feet enough to lift your hips and slide that block out from under your sacrum. Feel free to slide your bolster underneath your thighs, maybe a pillow under your head. Cover yourself with a blanket and take a moment to set yourself up for Yoga Nidra. And after Yoga Nidra, you can stay as long as you want. Today is April 26th, and on May 2nd, which is next Saturday, I will be holding a fundraiser in the morning, but really you can donate at any time. I will be offering my regular time class. It's Power Yoga, but you could do any of the practices that I have on YouTube or Facebook. And I'm raising money for an organization called Backpack Buddies. So if you're interested to donate, the information is on my Facebook and Instagram, or you can message me directly. You can donate directly to their website and let me know how much you donated if you want, so I can get a running total. So far it's over $400 that's been collected, and I would love to raise money for them. They feed youth who are at risk, children who are at risk. Normally they give them food for the weekend during the school year, but right now they're feeding them 7 days a week. So hope to help raise money, and it's my birthday that day, so it will be a great gift to me if you help out. All right, so hopefully by now everyone's set up for Yoga Nidra. So bring yourself back to the body. Take a big breath in, a full breath out. Take another breath in, bring it right to the top of the crown of your head, Sahasrara. And as you exhale, drop it all the way down to the left foot and bring even more awareness to your left big toe. And as we travel through the body, through Yoga Nidra, try to relax every place that I mentioned by just touching your awareness there. That little touch of awareness, like a little sparkle to relax, another sparkle to relax, and soon you'll be sparkling all over. So your left big toe, relax it. Take a breath in and a breath out. And travel to your second toe. Relax. Your third toe. Relax. Your fourth toe. Relax. And your fifth toe. Relax. The sole of your foot. The top of your foot. Your heel and your ankle. Your whole left foot sparkling with relaxation. Take a breath in and a breath out. Start to travel up your left leg with your awareness and drop those sparkles of relaxation all the way up your leg, to your lower leg, your knee, your upper leg, and your hip. Relax your whole left leg. Take a breath in and a breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now again, breathe in, bring your awareness all the way to the crown of your head, Sahasrara. And as you exhale, drop your awareness all the way down the right line of your body, all the way to your right foot. And put a point of awareness on your right big toe. Relax your right big toe. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. And fifth toe. The top of your foot, the sole of your foot, your heel, and your ankle. Relax your whole right foot. Now drop those points of relaxation and awareness all the way up your right leg, your lower leg, your knee, your upper leg, and your hip. Take a full breath in, relax your entire right leg. Deep inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. Now bring your awareness with your breath right to the top of your head again, Sahasrara, traveling all the way up to the crown. And as you exhale all the way to the left hand, let your awareness drop in there. Drop a sparkle of awareness on your left thumb. Relax your left thumb. Your second finger. Your third finger. Your fourth finger. And your fifth finger. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Relax the palm of your hand, the top of your hand, your wrist, and continue dropping sparkles of awareness all the way up your left arm, your lower arm, your elbow, your upper arm, and your shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out. Again, breathe in. Draw awareness all the way to the crown of your head, that beautiful shining white light at the crown. And as you exhale all the way down the right side into your right thumb, relax your right thumb. Relax your second finger. Relax your third finger. Relax your fourth finger. Relax your fifth finger. Relax the palm of your hand. Relax the top of your hand. Relax your wrist. Relax your lower arm, your elbow, your upper arm, and your shoulder. Relax your entire right arm. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Notice your arms and your legs completely relaxed and softening and surrendering, sparkling with those little dots of awareness all around. You're blanketed in a beautiful light. Take a breath in all the way to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, drop awareness down the back line of your body and see if you can spread those beautiful sparkling lights of relaxation and tranquility all the way down your spine and spreading out over the skin, over the muscles, over the bones of your entire back body. Take a breath in and a full breath out. Again, breathe in and draw that awareness all the way to the crown of your head. Beautiful white light expanding out of the crown. And as you exhale, drop those sparkles of awareness and tranquility all down the front line of your body. Feel your skin, feel your muscles, feel your bones. The whole front line of your body relaxing and softening. As you breathe in, feel that expansion of light from back to front, side to side, bottom to top, your whole body radiating with these beautiful sparkles of light. Relax your whole body all at once. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Now stay here as long as you like. Enjoy this tranquility, this peace and relaxation. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be offering classes all this week, 5:30 p.m. until Thursday, and then Friday night will be 7:15 p.m. So stay tuned to see the schedule and keep it going as long as needed. Namaste.